I'm back. There's one more thing I have to do. Ooh. Mortal Kombat! It's time, baby! Yes! As you can tell, I'm very, very excited to be back. And yeah, I know you haven't seen my face. Mortal Kombat time, Mortal Kombat season is here! And shout out to Justin and all the other vendors who watch my videos and everyone else who watches my videos. I know you haven't been seeing my face in a while. John Cena up in here. But I post most of my TikToks first. And then I work my way over here. And I've been playing the game. So that's where most of my time has gone. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. And I'm going to have a guest today. I'm going to have a guest. MK1. Multiverse of Mortal Kombat is here. Listen, guys, the ending is insane. Insane. Honestly, I think this is, if I'm kind of unfair to compare movies and games, this delivered everything that I wish Multiverse of Madness did. It would have been cool. But anyways, maybe Deadpool 3 will do it. I've been covering the Mortal Kombat X prequel comic series on my TikToks and on my Facebook a little. If you want me to post them on here, let me know down below. I would really want to know y'all's opinions if you want that on here, because I know I'm still doing Annihilation, but I've been busy playing this game. But you guys have no idea how big of a fan of Mortal Kombat I am. I played 1, played 2, I love 2. I didn't play 3. I played a little bit of 4, but I was just playing the arcade games back in the day. What really got me into it was Mortal Kombat 9. I even got the handler of how to play it a lot better. This is like from back in the day. And I even had like the action figures. Guys, I turned into the biggest Mortal Kombat fan. This will probably be my only video game review that I'll probably do because, man, dude, I love Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's my game. And Doom 2, but I mean, Mortal Kombat is Mortal Kombat 9. Let me stop gushing about it and let's get to it. Let's see if it's worth your purchase. Okay, so if you played, spoilers for Mortal Kombat 11 if you haven't played it and you're wanting, but if you played the last one, you understand what happened in the last one. Liu Kang is now kind of like the god of fire, I guess, because Raiden gave him all his godhood and now he's in charge of the timeline now, and he reset everything. And there is some gripes I did have with like the whole abandoning certain storylines that looked and sounded really interesting, like the younger Scorpion, the angry one, being a lookout for Sub-Zero himself. I really wish they would have brought that in, but they kind of reset everything after they reset it in MK9 or 2011. But I'm all for it, and the story picks up right after MK11. Raiden gave his godhood to Liu Kang, and now Liu Kang he's in charge of the hourglass, and he's the one who made time. But someone is intervening with that and with fate. So that's all I'll say. I'll leave it at that because it's pretty good. That was a pretty good twist. It was a pretty decent twist, but the story here is so well crafted, and I'll get into the gameplay here in a second. But the story, like, even while you're playing the game, you don't get all the powers right away. You get certain powers. I've never had that experience with Mortal Kombat. You're just thrown in there with all the moves and everything. And another great thing I like about this game, they got rid of those stupid variations that we had for the last two. I always hated that. Put all the moves in one guy. I don't want to be playing this character, but this character has the moves I want, but I play better with this variation. We're done with that. It's Mortal Kombat time. We got it back. And I love that in this one, there's in-game character development, which is astounding for myself as a Mortal Kombat fanatic. I can't believe that we're getting they kind of do like the origins all over again for these characters. Or like, from what I know, we always read about it or knew, but we actually see in real time how these characters became. Or unless you watch my other little short that I posted on here, you would see the Mortal Kombat Legacy series or the Mortal Kombat Legends series animations, which are really good, better than the damn movie. And I know I made my review back in the day. You don't have to watch that. My opinion has changed drastically. But yeah, as you play the game, you discover your powers. You earn your powers. And they even give Baraka and Reptile like some tragic origins, which made you feel sad for them. And not just that, but like they kind of give them a little hints of depth. They're no longer one-dimensional. They're just that guy in the background. They have quite a unique story, especially with the challenge towers. From what I've seen recently, challenge towers, the stories that you get at the end are actually really well done. They seem like they put a lot of time into it, which I absolutely love. I've been loving it. You have to play Smoke. I played it, guys. I have to play Smoke. There's a lot of twists and turns that happen in this, which characters that you know the way they are without giving any hints or spoilers, so that way you can go in blind. And if you know, you know. There's a certain character in here and he's brothers with someone. In fact, when it happens, you're not cheering it on. It's kind of sad and you don't want it to happen. And I think that's really great writing when it comes to stories, and especially Mortal Kombat. I mean, Mortal Kombat has been stepping up their story mode. MK9, I think that one is still, in my opinion, the best one out of all of them. Didn't have the variations. It was the most compact game. It had everything. Honestly, at the price of $60 and $120, this won't cost me because I got it before. I got the week before one, the early access one. That had more. It had the challenge towers. It had the story that was longer. And here's my gripe about the Mortal Kombat games after MK9. They all feel too easy. And I know Ed Boon, he said something on Twitter about it, that he had to like dumb it down a little. And I don't really like that, because at the end of the game, it feels like I just passed it. It doesn't feel like I earned it. In MK9, when I beat Shao Kahn,
you suck. It's official. You suck.
Whoever I beat, even because sometimes the odds are stacked against you. When you beat him, you get the satisfaction that you beat him. Like you had it. It was sometimes by luck, but you know you had that, like you earned that ending. This one is just like the last few is just beat them and then that's it. The other one was hard, longer, but the story in this one is in-depth character development that I really adore, and little callbacks, like especially with Johnny Cage when he has his little like suit with the rods, with the sword, reminded me of the one from Armageddon. Yeah, I watched the intros and outros of those games. I didn't get a chance to play them. It was rocking Mortal Kombat back in the day, but once after high school when this game came out and like they were rebooting everything, I jumped on. And I know my side is showing, my Mortal Kombat side is showing, but that's what we're here for, you know? Like Mortal Kombat X, like the videos that I have, I feel like that story should have been in the actual story mode. And in this, it's not a bad story mode. It's just felt too short. That's my only complaint. But like I said, the character development, giving some characters actual like depth, like at least another dimension, was really refreshing. And especially Raiden, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually playing as Raiden a lot more than I ever did. It's not that I never really cared for him. Like I didn't. But now this one, he has like this look of like eagerness and naivety, and it's kind of like inspiring. Like, man, he actually kind of looks like a hero. Like he's kind of like a Captain America type of vibe before Civil War. This one was almost a flawless victory. But I gotta say, on the fighting side of this, the gameplay, absolutely amazing. I think it's one of the smoother ones. I'm sorry, but MK9, like it did so many things so much better. They had the combinations that you could do along with your special moves, I think were a little more complex in that one. They're funner to master. In this one, I'm still mastering them, but it's the closest thing I can feel to that one. And in this one, they got rid of the crypt. I missed the crypt. The crypt was fun. Sometimes I got bored and didn't want to play. I just go through the crypt and then you collect the key, and I kept going. Now you go through, they kind of do it in a little way with invasions, and it's all right. It's cool, but I think you heard enough from me. I think it's time to introduce my good friend Hero Scroll from the Point 3 podcast, and let's see what he's got to say.
Hey everyone, first off I want to give a huge thank you to Rome's for letting me jump in and be a guest on this video. I absolutely love Mortal Kombat, can't wait to talk about it with you guys. But my name is Hero Scroll. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok. I am also a co-host of the Point 3 podcast, which you can find here on YouTube as well. To get my general thoughts on it, I think that Mortal Kombat is an 8 out of 10. If I had to give it like a grade, I'd definitely give it a B+ to A-. I think it is a step above what they did even in Mortal Kombat 11, which I think presentation-wise is the best game that NetherRealm has ever made. But presentation wise, Mortal Kombat 1 genuinely is a fantastic game. It looks great, and as always gets, mostly minus Megan Fox, top tier voice talent to voice their characters, and the models look great. The gear, some of the options that you have to customize your characters, it's just always so cool. For example, right now I'm maining Raiden, but just some of the options alone for his hat just are so drastic in the way that one Raiden can look from the other. The palettes, all great stuff. On to the negatives that I have with the game. One of the big negatives that I have, besides the first half of the story mode being just a little bit slow but still interesting to watch, outside of that, it is the invasions mode. Now, Invasions is the big single-player aspect that they have for the game. It is you going from basically stage to stage. You're going into these little fights, and your character moves around it like a board game. And for the first little bit, it's fun. They do some unique stuff with the characters. They modify some of the fights, for example, but it does get a little grindy after a couple hours. What I will say is that it at least gives you good rewards. For example, you get a lot of cool skins for your characters, concept art, brutalities, all the good stuff. And the fact that they put the mastery system in place for your character, replacing the character specific gear towers, is a huge step up. But at least for me, Invasions does tend to feel a little more grindy than what it needs to be. Overall, though, again, I think Mortal Kombat is just absolutely fantastic. I do think it's well worth the price. I'm excited to see what the DLC characters play like and what the DLC cameos are going to be added like. I hope they add more. And oddly enough, even though I do think Invasions can be a little grindy, I'm still excited to see what they do with it. I feel like they will take into consideration what we're saying about it and either make things a little faster or a little better. And honestly, at the end of the day, if I can get more free costumes in the same way that they gave us in this season of Invasions, and the costumes are great, for example, that Scorpion skin is probably one of the best Scorpion skins ever, I think we're in for a great time with this game. I feel like they really tried, and they're going to keep trying, so I'm excited. But again, huge thank you to Rome's for letting me join in on the video, man. I appreciate you. Hope nothing but the best for you in the channel, and I hope it keeps on growing. But gameplay wise, though, I think is where this game truly shines. Some of the craziest combos that I've seen in games overall. I love the cameo system. I think that they do a very good job with allowing you to really get creative freedom with it. They give the characters a full tool set, and again, letting the cameos back that up or enhance that even more is a fantastic choice. I'm still finding out things with my character and cameo combination that I didn't think were possible, and every time I watch someone else play the game, I see something either that I didn't even think of or is even crazier than what I came up with, and I just absolutely love it. Another negative that I have is definitely when it comes to some of the bugs that the game has. For example, I grabbed an opponent the other day, and for some reason my character came in closer to the camera than the opponent. It was very weird, and it stayed like that for the rest of the match. I've had the audio cut out to where I only hear voice lines, and some of the brutalities I think don't animate the way that they intend them to, so it is a little weird. Things like that happen with a company like NRS, especially when we've come to expect a lot better from them.
He's got great points, guys, and go ahead and check his podcast out. They're really great set of guys. They're on YouTube. I'll put the description down below. Also, one more thing. Shout out to my boy Nerdtoonie if you're watching this. There's an app called Junkie, and if you're into single issues, like me sometimes, where you want to get that one cover, or you want to find, you notice that Whatnot creators are kind of dipping off and going to something else, try Junkie. That's the best way to get it, and check it out. I mean, I'm not getting paid for any of this, so it's a lot more convenient, because in Whatnot, I feel bad for the guys that are on there and they don't get pushed out as much because they're fighting with everybody. But this, it's a little more like a community-based type of thing, back when TikTok used to be cool. But that's all I got, guys. I'm going to give it a 4.8 out of 5. This gets the badass seal of approval, the Rome's Guide seal of approval. This one, I think this is one of the best Mortal Kombat games we've gotten since MK9. Yes, I did like MK11 and X, get me wrong, but after playing this and playing those recently, this one just felt a little more refreshing. I know they rebooted it, and like the ending, guys, the ending alone is just so much fun. Only thing that bothers me about the last two is that they introduce these characters, newer characters like Cassie, and then they don't really bring them back for the next one. They only bring like 2 back and attach characters and they get rid of them. This one didn't have Sonya Blade. She's my main female character that I play with. She's ground and pound, all that stuff. You get a chance to play with her. But Lee May might be my new favorite on this game. But guys, here is my PlayStation card. If you want to play with me, let me know down in the comments below if you want to join and we can play. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This is my first video game review. I don't really do these, but it's Mortal Kombat, baby. And bro, it's Mortal Kombat. So I'm out, guys. The next review I'll be posting up will be Annihilation. But now that the writer strike is gone away, I don't make any money off of these videos yet. So let me know down below. I can get back to making those movie reviews because the creator's coming out this weekend. Excited to see it. I think that one might be one of the best films of the year compared to how good that trailer was. But I'm out, guys. Deuces, and see you next time.